Hi, my name is Jacinda Ardern and I'm the former Prime Minister of New Zealand, and I'm really excited to share that I've written a book and it's called A Different Kind of Power. I was really mindful when I was writing the book that one of the most common questions that I'm asked is about leadership and what makes a good leader. I'm not sure just because I've run a country that makes me an expert on leadership, but I do know that I had a number of experiences that over time really built up a really strong view in my mind about what's important when we have the responsibility of looking after people, including looking after a whole country. And I think the lessons that stay with me the most of them came from Christchurch. We had a number of really difficult periods while I was in office: a domestic terror attack, a global pandemic, a volcanic eruption. And in those times, some of the things that felt most important to me as a leader was first proximity, being amongst people at the times they needed you the most, because not only did that mean that you were able to understand what people needed from you, you could also see what action was required. That for me is probably one of the second most important lessons, as well as communicating consistently what's happening and what your response is, and also how you feel. It's also incredibly important to have a plan to put in action to respond to people's fears, their concerns, and importantly, their expectations. Good leadership in my mind is often the same as good crisis leadership. Being there exactly when people need you the most and being there in a really human way. I try to share some of these experiences not as a guidebook, but just a set of stories and the things that I've learned over my time in office in my new book, A Different Kind of Power. It's out now, and I really hope you enjoy reading it.